everybody, Miguel here. I'm so excited. Today we're going to be diving into how to set up your social media presence the right way so that you can attract the right customers and the right people to your social media presence and ultimately to joining your tribe within Beachbody. So how do we do all this? Today we're going to talk about Facebook profiles, Facebook business pages, as well. We're going to dive a little bit into Instagram so that you know exactly how to set all this up the right way. Let's dive right in. All right, so I'm gonna be using my iPhone to do this. So right here, what you see is my Facebook profile. Now, a couple things to note on here so that you know what to do right, okay? So right on here, you're gonna see my banner profile photo right at the top. Now, this is incredibly important because this is the first screen that everyone's gonna see when they come to your social media. So the banner, you wanna make sure that everything that you possibly can fits in properly, as well as looks really good with the right lighting and all this kind of good stuff as well. Very, very important for you to know that. So with this, what you're gonna wanna do is make sure you have a photo that tells a bit of a story, okay? So for this specific example, what you're gonna notice is I used a photo that was taken at Coach Summit, okay? I was lucky enough to be on stage receiving an award, and so what I did is I used that photo for my Facebook personal profile because it's a good photo and it tells a little bit of story about who I am. Right below that is the next important item and almost more important than everything else, and that is your Facebook profile photo, okay? Your profile photo is key because everyone's gonna see that. See, not everyone's gonna go to your profile, but when you comment or when you like or when you engage in any kind of content on Facebook, what's the thing that everybody sees? It's your profile photo. And so what I recommend is that it's a very clear photo of you, profile shot, ideally your face is in it, you're looking really happy. I know it sounds funny, but sometimes people look really sad. You wanna be happy and make sure the lighting's really good. Couple tips on photos if you don't have a good one is you can always go outside. If you go outside, you're gonna get great natural lighting, okay? And lighting is everything. The camera isn't almost as important as the lighting. Another tip, it's gonna sound silly, wipe your phone. I have some people that say my camera doesn't take great photos. It's just because they haven't wiped their screen where the camera is for the selfie or the back part where the camera is. So make sure you do that as well. That'll make your profile photos look really, really good. Okay, for this tool, for this banner, I didn't use any tools, but some other tools that you can use if you want to make collages or you want to use multiple photos. I like to use a tool called Canva, canva.com. You can go there, a really great tool, as well as other tools like PicMonkey that you can use, which again, I really, really love. So PicMonkey or Canva, you can use that to make your banner photos, and both of them have templates that you can use that will get it set up the right way so that the banner photo looks really good, okay? Last thing I'll say at the top part with the images is make sure you test them on your smartphone device. Sometimes I'll see people upload a banner photo or a profile photo and then they don't test it on their smartphone and it looks really good on the desktop, but most people are on mobile and it doesn't look good on mobile. So make sure it looks good on mobile. Next, you'll see my name, very clear, as well as a little bit about myself as well. So the awards and what kind of stuff, so people kind of can tell kind of who I am, what I'm all about. And I'll show you other examples as well. And then a little descriptions about me. Very easy to edit all this stuff. If you just hit edit profile, you will see you can change your photo, your cover photo, your bio, a little bit about you, some deep details about yourself as well, and the featured photos and everything else as well. Very simple to edit all this. And if you want to edit info about yourself, you can also click on edit info about you. And this is where you can add in places you work. So if you want to link Facebook business pages, this is where you would do it. You would add a workplace and you would say that you work at your Facebook business place. What schools you went to, your contact info, all of that good stuff is in there. And as well here, you'll see other names. Now, this is a little trick. Some people don't know this. You'll notice that when I showed you my profile, it said Miguel Carrasco, and in brackets, it said Top Canadian Coach. Well, all I did is I went into this screen, and I hit on other names, and I hit add, and I added in an other name, and I set that as show as top of profile. You see that there? And then what that did is that allowed it to show up here. So that's why it says Miguel Carrasco, Top Canadian Coach. A little ninja trick. Now you all know it, and it's not a ninja trick anymore. It's an everybody trick. So just some tips there on how to edit all of that. Next thing is your profile photos. Okay, you want to make sure that your photos are awesome. These are the ones that you select. You get to select them. It's got to tell a story. So here it tells a story about how I hung out with Shalene Johnson, the maker of one of my favorite programs, TurboFire and Pio. You can see me hanging out with my team. You can see me using a selfie stick and smiling and laughing. You can see us or myself on a boat wearing one of the really cool teams, the hockey teams, the Canadians. Really great hockey team, by the way. And I'm on a Success Club trip with Beachbody. And then you'll see me on stage presenting as well. So make sure the photos that you pick tell a little bit of a story about yourself. Next, you'll see photos. Now, these photos are the photos that you are tagged in. Some people don't know this, but this, again, is important because as people scroll, they're only going to scroll 3 times. So this is part of the content they're going to see. So the photos that you're tagged in are usually most recent, and they're very important that you pick the right one. So again here, stories, I'm trying to tell a story here. And if I scroll down a bit more, you'll see, I like to post photos of me working out. I like to post images as well as videos. Videos are doing very well on Facebook because they tell a story as well. They show people really what you're all about, that you're doing the workouts, that you're getting it done. So here, for example, I'm doing a little bit of a workout move. And as soon as that one's done, what's cool is Facebook loves to show videos right now. So the more videos that you show, the more videos it's going to upload into and show on your profiles, on people's news feeds. So it's very important that you're uploading videos as well as good content. You'll notice here all of my photos as well, I'm using tools to lighten up so that they look a lot better, right? So what I recommend you use for filtering tools, which are very important nowadays, is I use 3 tools, okay? Facetune, I use a tool called Enlight, and then I use another tool called PhotoFox. Now, Facetune allows me to blur backgrounds and do things like that, as well as touch things up. And then also Enlight allows me to apply a filter. So you'll notice I applied a filter to make these colors pop a little bit more, make the shirt more blue, that kind of stuff. And then PhotoFox does the exact same thing. So 3 tools that you can use that I recommend you use for filtering as well. So that's kind of it with profiles. I'm going to show you a couple of other examples as well. All right, so here's an example of Kim Fitzpatrick. Again, same rules apply, right? She's using a profile, a photo that really stands out. You can see her, and it's very clear that she loves this business. She's smiling, she's happy. And then above that, you'll see a banner photo of her with her family. Below that, you'll see kind of the write-up, what she's all about, so people can tell what she's all about. And then she selected certain photos that tell the story about her. And then, of course, the photos that she's tagged in are there as well. And then her photos. Again, you can notice she's using filtering. She's using different tools like Enlight. And you can kind of see how it makes the photos kind of pop. So engaging content, very, very important that you do that and that you use great tools. But again, I just want to show you another example. I'm going to show you one more. Again, a banner, profile photo, clear write-up, very important. You don't want to have a photo of like your pet cats or your pet dogs or whatever. I'm sure they're very cute, but people want to see you. Same with your banner. It's great that you love a certain rock band, but if you want to really grow this business, you really want to tell people a little bit more about you, and you want to make it welcoming, right? Very welcoming, very warm, and that's what we kind of go for. Let me show you one more profile. Okay, so here is Aaron Carrasco's profile. You'll see here as well, same rules. Okay, I'm trying to really drill this in. Profile photo looks good. Banner, she's added a quote. Some women fear the fire, some decide to become it. And she's got a photo of herself. I don't know if you can tell, she's also in that photo as well. So she used Canva to make this image. If you scroll down, you'll see a little bit more about herself, as well as where she is, what she does. And she as well has a link to our, like I said, our business page where you can edit in the edit profile. So this will take you to the actual business page. I'm gonna go back to that in a second. And then as well, you can see here, she's got telling a little bit of story about herself. So she loves pottery. You can tell that she loves pottery. You can tell she loves to take trips. She loves to go on trips. You can see her transformation photo of the results that she got with a Beachbody workout program obsession. You can also see that she loves to hang out with her friends. And luckily, I'm in this photo as well because, she loves her family. So luckily, I'm in it. And obviously our beautiful kids. And if you scroll down a bit, you'll notice she's got photos that she's edited, again, with Enlight to make the colors pop. She's telling great stories. And I do want to mention that your profile photos and all that kind of stuff is important, but one of the most important things is that you learn to tell great stories, okay? Stories are the most important thing that connects people to you. So you got to tell great stories. So here she's telling the story of how she's starting Transform 20 and she's super excited about starting this test group at the making of this video. And we just took a photo with her iPhone as we were taking a video of her before video for the test group, okay? And then again, another photo. And all these things, again, she's using Enlight, she's using Facetune, and she's really spending the time to make things look really good. And here she used Canva as well to add in other images of other people for one of the interviews that she did with one of an incredible person as well. So really, really cool to see that. And last one I'll show you here again, Enlight, Facetune, all these things. Colors pop, great engagement, 151 engagement stuff, 36 comments, great stuff, telling a great story of how she's making it happen. So it's very important that you spend the time to get your banner photo, your profile photo looking good, your write-ups looking good, but at the same time, you know, all of this is important, but you got to be able to tell stories. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? And also the last thing about Facebook is, as I mentioned, you want to connect your Facebook business page. Now here, for example, I'm going to go ahead and go view our business page here, and you're going to see here, you can see our banner photo, right? Notice the banner photo, everything kind of fits in. We edited it with Canva, and my wife and I do this business together. You can kind of see us both together. In here, you can really tell in this banner photo, we use the collage. You can tell, you know, what it is that we do, what we like to do, how we like to help people. And if I scroll down a bit again, it's going to be very similar photos, videos, photos, engaging stuff, engaging content, really, really important. But business pages are really cool because you can add things in like events. So here, for example, I have an event that we're actually hosting where Carl and Tony Orton are going to be coming down. So all this kind of good stuff. Facebook business pages, if you want to know what the difference is, it's very important that you have both. Start off with your profile, get all that set up right. But once you have that, make sure you start creating a business page. And if you don't know what to post and you're worried about too much content to create, just post the same stuff for both for the beginning. And just get that going, and you're going to see eventually how they differ and how they can serve your business better. So that is Facebook. Let's move over to Instagram. All right, so here is Instagram. So let me go over to my profile so you can see that. So this is my profile. I'm gonna give you a couple of tips on the profile. Again, make sure your photo looks really good because this is what everybody's gonna see. So here it's a photo of me smiling on stage speaking at Coach Summit. Oh, and by the way, are you going to Coach Summit next year? Hopefully you are. If you don't know about that, go to coachsummit.com and make sure you learn more about that or ask your coach about it. But this photo was taken at Coach Summit where we give some of the best training, in-depth training in all of Beachbody. And so if you go to my profile, you'll see that's the photo, but also I have a bit of a write-up about me, like who I am. Very easy to edit that. Just click on Edit Profile. You can go in there. You can edit all this kind of stuff. You can add emoticons into your bio, all that kind of good stuff. And what I do is I like to point below and I say, apply here. And people always ask me, how do I add the link? Very simple. And the website, just add the link. The bio actually appears above the website. So as you can see, when it actually gets published, you'll see that it says apply below, but it's actually linking to that link. Now I use just one link for my stuff, but there's people that use a tool called Linktree, which I'll show you in another example. Now below that, you'll also see some of the highlights that I've selected for my page. And as well, you can see here below my profile photos. Let me tell you a bit about Instagram, okay? Instagram started as a photo tool for photographers, okay? So a lot of Instagram is all based on filters for your photos as well as your videos, okay? So very important here is what I like to do is use the same filter for pretty much all my photos. Now, sometimes I'll use multiple filters. That's a little ninja trick that people may or may not know. And what that does is it kind of creates my own unique brand of filters. So people kind of know when they come to my profile that they're going to expect something a little bit different. To give you an example, if I were to go to my profile right now like this, but if I scroll down a little bit further, you still know that this is my profile. If I scroll down further, you still know that this is my profile. Because I'm using very similar filters and layout, it's very clear that this is a Miguel mindset profile, no matter where you go. And what this does is it makes people kind of get familiar with you, and they also want to consume more content. If they've read one of my first posts that were recent and they're a new person, they're going to want to scroll further down if they like that, because they're going to like other stuff. So they're going to want to keep going, liking, and many times I'll get people that go like and comment posts that I posted weeks or months ago just because they're scrolling and they're hitting like on the post, right? So a lot of times you'll get stuff like that. Now, a couple of tips on this as well. Make sure you're using filters. So for example, here's a photo. I just said here, be confident, loving, kind, strong, proud, empowered, brave. Just be you. Getting some comments on that, getting some engagement on that. But again, I used a filter for this photo. Again, let's see another example here. Here's an example of one where I asked. I said, type yes if you believe in your dreams. Now to make this quote, I used a tool called Word Swag. Okay, Word Swag, a really cool tool, allows you to create quotes, as well as allows you to add a little watermark. So below there, I added a watermark, Miguel Carrasco, a little logo, I threw it on there. And so you notice here, because I asked a question, and I also asked a question in the actual comment for the photo, and I'm pointing below, you'll see that I got like 100 comments or so on the specific photo. And what that does is it gets you more engagement with Instagram, gets you more likes, gets more people coming to your profile, gets more people engaging, gets more people following you, which kind of creates this whole effect. And it really, really helps get your profile out there, right? That's how we get a lot more followers on your Instagram profile, okay? So that's another cool tip. I like to mix in quotes, and then so I'll use a quote, and the next day I'll do a little bit about myself, and then I'll do a quote, a little bit more about myself. So here's another example, you know, and then there were 3 in school. So talking about school, here's my kids going to school. And that's just kind of what I like to do. So however you decide to do it, whatever you decide to talk about, kind of think about like what it is that you're all about. Like don't just make quotes. Like for me, I love talking about mindset. I love motivating people. I love firing people up. So for me, that makes sense with my brand to be doing a lot of quotes, a lot of mindset stuff mixed in with what I like to do, mixed in with the reality of me doing the workouts, mixed in with all that stuff so people really understand kind of what I'm all about. Hopefully that makes sense. Now let me show you one more example. All right, so this is Kim Fitzpatrick's profile. And what you can see here again, she's got a photo of herself looking very photogenic. She's obviously used filters to make the colors pop, but she also took the photo outside. So make sure, again, your profile photo looks great. She's also incorporated some emojis into her profile, which I really like. And she also is using a tool called Linktree. So what's Linktree? Well, if you want to link to multiple things, it's not possible through Instagram unless you use Linktree. Linktree allows you to make multiple links. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Why? Well, you might want to have an application to join your coaching program, as well as maybe a sneak peek group. And you might have another link for joining your fitness tribe, and maybe even another link to get healthy recipes or join your community, whatever it may be. So as an example here, let me just click into hers, and you'll see here it loads a page with multiple links on it. And now within these links, you can kind of go through and you can see them. You could easily, for example, join their free Fits and Life Inspired community, which will take you to their Facebook group. That's a closed group on Facebook where you can join now, and you can actually go ahead, let me click into that. You can actually go ahead and go over to your Facebook, and in there you would join their Facebook community. So just another cool thing that you can do there. If you actually go over and we go to see actually other things on her profile, you will notice as well that what you'll see right there is the actual profile images that she uses really are on brand with her. She's using the same filters for all the photos. So you can kind of see they all pop, right? They all really pop. Photo shoot there, photo shoot there. Again, these are all filtered with the tools we discussed, Enlight, PhotoFox, Facetune, those types of things. It just really makes all of the colors pop very good. Down the middle, she's got kind of her own little way she likes to do it, which is all these, the boxes down the middle are all typically in white, but you kind of see always down the middle, there's like the quotes, and on the sides, there's more about her. So quotes in the middle and the sides about her. So however you like to do it. Really, it's not like one way is better than the other. What is important is that when people see your profile, they can tell that it looks professional and it looks a lot like what you're all about. Now, last thing I'm going to show you is Insta Stories, and then we're done for today. 1 second. All right, so Insta Stories are incredibly powerful because, as you can see here, they appear all along the top. So they really drive people to go visit your profile. And so what you want to do is really make sure that you're using Insta Stories. To add an Insta Story, it's so simple. All you got to do is swipe to the side, and you can see that I'm here now on the video screen. And if I swipe back, it takes me right back. So just to swipe in, swipe out, really easy to do. But just to give you some examples, you know, here's kind of my story from earlier today. Here's me working out. I like to show that I'm working out almost every single day, what I'm doing. And I also try to make it a little bit funny because people want to be entertained as well. Do you want the hat? Yes or no? What do you think about this hat? I never wear hats typically. So you can ask questions. You can show yourself working out. And for asking questions, this is one big tip I want to give you. Make sure you ask them because it really engages people, and it can show you really like who's really engaged with your profile. And then you can go ahead and message them after, right? So you could ask, you know, do you want to start a healthy eating group with me? Yes or no? You could ask that, and then you can go message them really easily. But for today, for me, I was asking about my hat because you don't want to always be bombarding people with this kind of stuff, but it's kind of cool. And what's cool is I could go ahead and click in on any one of these people and I could find out more about what they were doing today. So for example, I could click on this person, I go see their profile, I can see what they're doing, I can go message them and say, hey, it looks like you're doing great. So it's a really cool way of engaging with people when you go and swipe up. That's what you do. So for example, here, if I go back, once you've created your stories, just know that make sure you're using a lot of questions. Make sure that when you post the questions that you know that you can swipe up to see. So that's what all I'm doing here is I'm just swiping right up, and that kind of shows me more details. You also get more details on all the other posts as well. So like if people are engaging with other stuff, you might want to go in, click on them, and send them a message as well. So that is Insta Stories. So that's the training for today. I hope it was helpful. I really wanted to cover social media, and I wanted to give you a way to get started really quickly. So now you know what to do, how to set up your Facebook profile the right way, how to set up a Facebook business page the right way so it looks good. I talked about the importance of stories and why stories are so important, because stories are really what connects people with you. So make sure you're telling a lot of great stories. If you tell great stories, you're going to connect with more people. I can tell you that right now. Now, the other thing I shared with you is some of the tools that we use. So what I want to make sure you understand is before you jump right in, that you have these tools right on your phone so you can use them on your computer, okay? So what are the tools? Again, we got pickmonkey.com. We've got canva.com. You want to use that. We've got Facetune for smartphones. We've got Enlight, which is a great tool. And we've got PhotoFox as well. Now, the other two tools that I didn't mention a lot were WordSwag, which I used for the quotes on my Instagram profile. Very easy to use. You can use multiple texts and all that kind of great stuff on there. And you can add watermarks, which is another really cool feature. And another tool I didn't mention yet is called HypeType. HypeType is for your Instagram stories, so you can really stand out with your Instagram stories. So hopefully this video was comprehensive enough to get you started, to get you motivated, to really take things to a whole other level. And I hope that you live with passion. Hope you dream the extreme, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.